This is me, yours truly, KMB Productions, aka Crescendo. And this is my life, my world with autism. I was diagnosed at the age of 3 with a mild form of autism and re-diagnosed again at age 26. They now call it being on the spectrum. As you can see, I stim as a method of relief from my anxiety that I face every day. You know what else is a form of stimming? My echolalia. After all, I do have a great long-term memory of my childhood stories that I used to listen to on the audio tape or CD.
Socks on box on knocks. Who sews whose socks? Sue sews Sue socks. Who sees who sew whose new socks, sir? You'll see Sue sew Sue's new socks, sir.
That's not easy, Mr. Fox, sir.
Bim and Ben lead bands with brooms. Bands bam bangs and Bims bam booms. Luke luck licks legs Luke stuck licks legs stuck takes licks in licks Luke luck likes Luke luck takes licks in licks stuck likes.
In fact, let me recite a story that I remember listening to as a kid while I pace around. Pacing is a form of stimming as well.
Once upon a time, in the South, lived a very big bear with a very big mouth, and very big teeth in his very big jaws, and very big claws in his very big paws. And this very big bear, who was hungry for meat, one day spied a rabbit that looked good to eat. The bear bent down over the rabbit to grab it. Then just as his jaws were all ready to nap, the rabbit looked up, and he said,
Goodness me, it's a rather bad spot for a rabbit to be. I cannot escape, and it seems at a glance it's no use to fight. I just haven't a chance. For I am a rabbit with very small jaws and very small claws in my very small paws. I'm finished, unless I can think of some trick.
And that little old rabbit, he thought mighty quick.
Then just as the teeth of the bear touched his head, the rabbit jumped on his nose, and he said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9, only 9. That's a very bad sign. Poor bear, said the rabbit. He counted it again, and this time he counted from 1 up to 10.
Huh?
The bear mumbled.
Look here now,
He grumbled.
What are you counting there? What do you see? Do you mean to say something's the matter with me?
I sure hate to tell you, the rabbit replied. It is not happy news that I bring you, he sighed. I was counting the eyelashes round your 2 eyes, your left and your right eye, and to my surprise they are not the same number. Almost, but not quite. You have 10 on your left, only 9 on your right. I'm sorry, so sorry, my friend, but it's true. It seems that one eye has one eyelash too few. The bear gave a gulp. He felt suddenly sad.
One eyelash too few? Is that really so bad?
Well, said the rabbit, I counted the hairs that grow on the eyelids of hundreds of bears. They always add up to an even amount. But yours, Mr. Bear, make an uneven count. I fear that's the reason, old fellow, he said. From the lopsided weight that you're holding your head, it's sagging, it's twisted. Because of the weight of your lopsided lashes, you can't hold it straight.
My head?
Groaned the bear with an unhappy roar.
Why, I never knew it was crooked before. But now that you say so, it does feel quite funny.
I bet that it hurts you a lot, said the bunny. Your trouble, he said, may be worse than you think. Your lips are quite pale, and they ought to be pink. Say, how's your throat? Does it feel a bit prickly?
It does, moaned the bear. And my stomach feels tickling. Poor me,
cried the bear.
I feel all over sickly.
Poor you, sighed the rabbit. It's just as I reckon. Your troubles are getting much worse every second. Your tongue, Mr. Bear, does it taste a bit fuzzy? Your brain, Mr. Bear, does it feel a bit wuzzy?
Why, yes, gasped the bear. It almost certainly does. Is that a bad sign? All that fuzz and that was?
Very bad, cried the rabbit. Alas and alack, that means that your trouble has spread to your back. As a matter of fact, while I'm standing here speaking, I hear a crunch, crunch on your backbone. It's creaking. Oh, the lack of one eyelash can make you a wreck. The lack of one eyelash can break a bear's neck. It can smash all your ribs. It can ruin your heart. Who knows what might happen? You might fall apart. Be careful, poor bear. Don't you even dare cough, or your feet and your tail and your nose might fall off. And when that little bear heard the rabbit say that, he shook like a leaf, and he fell right down flat. Then he blubbered,
Please, rabbit, oh, what can I do? Must I die because of one eyelash too few?
Maybe not, said the rabbit. You're lucky, you see. At this very moment, we have to be right under a Zanica tree. Now, the flowers of this tree has some wonderful juices that doctors put to remarkable uses. This juice that I am told is so strong that it cures seriously more awful than yours. The juices of this tree cures measles and mumps. The juices of this tree cures freckles and bumps. Whooping cough, croup, also colic and sprains, chicken pox, rooster pox, bellyache pains. So, if I do what I tell you to do, you maybe won't die of one eyelash too few. I won't charge a cent, said the rabbit. It's free. Just climb up the Zanica tree and pick yourself one of these wonderful flowers. Then hold it tight over your eye for 2 hours. If you do, I can promise will scarcely doubt that the eyelash you're lacking will suddenly sprout.
Oh, thanks, cried the bear. You are kind and so good.
Then he climbed up the tree just as fast as he could. And while the big bear held the flower on his face, the rabbit like lightning got out of that place. And thus he escaped from the very big jaws of the very big bear with the very big claws. And he laughed as he ran on his very small paws. The big ones, they're never much trouble to me, right up when they're in the Zanica tree!
I value my creativity. I'm quite the arty guy.
All my paintings done them on paint night. Well, 2 of them I done on paint night, but 1 of them I done at home. It's that one bit of piece of art that I've done with oil pastel. My Cubist self-portrait, inspired by Pablo Picasso. My still life with a wine glass and a wine bottle. This one's inspired by Jean-Michel Basquiat. It is portraying social media and dating sites. Quote the raven, nevermore. I call this one the human condition.
And besides Penny, when I'm in the mood, I like to record music.
It's like 1 minute till midnight. I'm currently recording some bass on this new soundtrack. That's dedication there. I've been working on it at least all day. When it comes to recording bass, sometimes I can be quite a perfectionist. Actually, when it comes to recording any instrument in general, be it guitar, said bass, whatever. It's probably gonna be multiple tries on this one. Too late on that. Alright, that looks better. It's 2:20 a.m. Got all the bass done, and now I'm just recording the guitar. One of the hardest things I would ever do. Got to get multiple tries in order to get the sound right on that one. My guitar right here, his name is Meta. I've designed all that graphics right here. It's a Kramer Beretta Special. One of the cheapest guitars I ever bought. Such perfectionism in me. I don't know how many times I've tried this one. I think it was 1,000 times that I tried to get it right.
When it comes to having autism, I stop at nothing in trying to get the work done. Sometimes I have to burn the candle at both ends.
Always pausing. And looks like the whole song is finished. Finally. Been working on it all night. It's already daylight. What dedication. Spending all night working on it.
Besides painting and music, when I'm in the mood, I like to cook.
I'm just going to teach you how to make one of my specialty antipasto squares. What you need is pepperoni, salami, and some mozzarella cheese or pizza blend. For the topping, when we put on top the other dough, what you need is an egg, some Italian blend, and garlic. And for the Parmesan, this Parmesan was bought from Mod Pizza. It's going to be the cherry on top. So, first things first, what I'm going to do is just preheat the oven to 350 degrees. And first things first, always check to see if the oven is clear. So we're good on that. So the dough that I used is the pizza type dough that is thin or something. You can get it from Pillsbury, or you can do some crescent rolls. I actually did some crescent roll sheets before. Now this is only one a sheet of pizza dough. So what I'm going to do is cut it in half. Alright, as you can see, it's cut in half. It's not really perfect, but still. So one half is going to be the bottom, and the other half is going to be on the top. So the first thing we're doing is going to bake the bottom a little bit for about 6 minutes. Once the oven is done preheating, it's not done yet, but once it's done, we preheat it. We bake it. Excuse me. As an artist, sometimes you stammer a lot because your mind is racing. Alright guys, into the oven it goes. Alright, and 6 minutes it is. Looks like it's done preheating. So now it's a little bit hardened. So you either have a choice of putting on salami or pepperoni first. I think I prefer to put on salami, just because. No particular reason. Well, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. The 4 in a column. A 5x4 antipasto square. And now we put the cheese on. Then the cheese is on, and now we put the pepperoni. Same method as the salami. Alright, pepperoni is on. Now we spread the cheese just like before. We put on another layer of salami and pepperoni and all the cheese. So we repeat the same process. So as you can see, this process is easy, breezy, beautiful. And now we put on the top. So for the spread, in order to make it golden crisp, just the egg, garlic, and the Italian seasoning. Sometimes I do pause, because sometimes I forget. So, first, we crack the egg. We whisk the egg. We season the egg. Sometimes it's a little hard to get this thing out. And then we whisk it more. And our seasoned spread is ready. So now we spread it out with this one. No, I am not left-handed. Just the camera on my right hand. Our spread is done. Into the oven it goes. For how many minutes you put in, we put it in for about 20 to 22 minutes, to say the least. Once it gets to 2 minutes, we're going to take it out. So you can see, it's looking very good, but we are not finished yet. So now, with our Parmesan right here, we spread it all around. So now it's all spread out. Into the oven it goes for about another 2 minutes. Alright, so it's done. Now we're going to cut it into squares. And voila! And that, my folks, is how you make antipasto squares. My specialty. Itadakimasu! Yeah, I know my room is a mess right now, but you know how anxiety goes, and that's reality. And finally, my room is clean, or straightened up, whatever you say. Let's look at that organization.
Sometimes I stim in dramatic ways while watching random videos or listening to music. I tend to get fixated on moments in videos or music where I would repeat them and stim.
Don't care much for that boosting and stuff. Really don't care. Maybe let's go see Turn Up. Well, that's too bad. Screw it. Let me see if I can meet people at a bar.
For mental reasons, being prone to anxiety, I choose not to drive. It's a lot of overstimulation with the people on the road, and tons of focusing that comes along with driving. I mostly use Lyft or Uber to get around, or sometimes walk. However, most of the sidewalks tend to end abruptly for some car-centric reasons beyond me. But anyway, here I am at the Einstein's Pub and Arcade in Richmond. Oh, the overstimulation of a lot of arcade games. However, it's not the case. I'm overstimulated with a lot of people talking in groups. I came here alone. And out of courtesy, I haven't filmed the people inside there while they're having a DJ party. Besides, when there's a lot of people, it builds up my anxiety and I act awkward. Now, with small groups, I can get behind.
Oh yeah, that's better lighting. I understand that you are probably camera shy or something.
Okay, Liv, you don't.
Am I in it?
No, you're
Yeah, actually you are. He's joking around.
Okay,
he's joking around.
I want to see how it looks.
Wow.
All right.
It's gonna be like deleted.
Hey, give her a try.
Can I turn it?
Wow, conceited.
She never posted it. No, she didn't post it.
Let me stop.
She like really function with smaller groups.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I function with smaller groups over here.
Yeah, the bags.
I did too.
Well, that hangout was a lot of fun, but now I am about to go where I feel more welcomed.
Say, let's go.
place where I belong.
And welcome to Sage Theater. It was a celebrity dress-up party at the Sage Theater. And here I am dressed up as Murdoch Nichols from the Gorillas.
I wouldn't be caught by the police. I've been arrested too many times.
And here we are with a small group attendance, but it was very welcoming. And we are all different, but we are still welcoming. Okay, aside from advertising the Sage Theater, I would like to thank the one who runs the theater, Aliya, aka Alita. She is actually my dating coach. All things aside, I had a blast with everyone. I may have found the place where I feel like I am welcomed. So this is my life, my world with autism. It has its ups and downs, but still, let's live it up like there's no tomorrow. Well, here's a story that I remember listening to on audio tape in the 90s. It's called The Shoe Grabber. The Shoe Grabber by Joy Callie. The shoe grabber came to school. Shoo! Shoo! Said the teacher. The shoe grabber grabbed the children's shoes. Then the shoe grabber grabbed the teacher's shoes. "Give us back our shoes!" they yelled. "No," said the shoe grabber. And he ran away with the bag. "Ooh, rats!" said the teacher. "We can't run after him. We don't have any shoes." "We could run with bare feet," said the children. The shoe grabber ran through the stream. Splash, splash, splash. The teacher and the children ran through the stream. Splash, splash, splash. The shoe grabber ran over the sand. Scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. The teacher and the children ran over the sand. Scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. The shoe grabber ran through the mud. Plop, plop, plop. The teacher and the children ran through the mud. Plop, plop, plop. The shoe grabber ran over the daisies. Swish, swish, swish. The teacher and the children ran through the daisies. Swish, swish, swish. They caught up with the shoe grabber. "Now give us back our shoes," they yelled. "Oh, rats," said the shoe grabber, and he dropped the bag and ran away. The teacher and the children picked up their shoes, but they didn't put them on. "We like bare feet," said the children. "I like bare feet too," said the teacher. They ran over the daisies. Swish, swish, swish. They ran over the mud. Plop, plop, plop. They ran over the sand. Scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. They ran through the stream. Splash,
splash, splash, and back to school. And they didn't put their shoes on until winter came.